Hello, I am Laura at Laura Talk Softer, and I'm sitting in the car here with my mama, the same car that we both did 2 across country road trips. She was my co-pilot, side driver, not a backseat driver, a side seat driver, and let me know exactly where to go. Gave me directions, read the GPS. Told me what exits to take. You're not saying anything?
I don't want you to are you photographing me?
No, I'm not photographing you. I'm filming you.
Well, okay.
I'm kind of joking. She really didn't give me directions. I had GPS that showed up on my car. And you know, I had maps. Don't trust GPS. But anyway, it was 2 years ago, around this time, on Friday, June 28th, that we got in this car and we hauled ourselves across country. I'm in the West Coast to the East Coast because my daughter was having some complications with her pregnancy. She had already gone to the hospital. She wasn't due for many, many weeks. The plan was to wait until closer to the time the baby was born. So I was getting stuff planned out. But you know, that intuition that, you know, they say what mothers' intuition women have. I told my mom, we got to get going. That baby is not going to stay in. And I was right. He ended up being born July 1st. So we didn't get there by July 1st, but we did get there and they were in the hospital. And he was in the NICU for quite a while. He was born at 32 weeks, 3 days, and so he is going to be 2 years old on July 1st, right? Right. So anyway, we were in this car. The car gave us no problems, no mechanical issues. It only does that in my community, which is like, what a blessing. The weather, we were coming across really bad weather, but it was always like behind us or way in front of us. It was just amazing that, you know, we were able to get there so quickly. And my mom doesn't drive, but she was a superb passenger. You were. She didn't complain. And you were a good passenger. I mean, oh my God. You want to talk about a bad passenger? Okay, I've been told I have a ping pong brain. The worst passengers to have. I went on a trip to Las Vegas, and I don't think this person would know me. Hopefully if they come across this, they would. Hopefully they won't be like, is that Laura? Anyway, this is a long time ago. My daughter was young. I went to Las Vegas with a coworker that I didn't know that well, and she brought her father and her teenage daughter with us, and my daughter, and I'm the one driving. And I had said, you know, make sure you guys get your own room. I'll do the driving, but I wanted to have like somebody accompany me, and I wanted it to be her. But then she invited her father and her daughter. Unbeknownst to her, she was, I think, an undiagnosed diabetic and having issues, and her daughter was pregnant and she didn't know it, so she was having issues. And her father was an older man who was a retired like sheriff deputy or something. I think he had possibly some type of older guy thing where he had to go to the bathroom every like hour and a half on this drive, and we're driving to Vegas. And so from here to, you know, Vegas is, you know, it's a distance, you know, and you got to drive through the desert. It's just like having to stop and then having her daughter become ill in the car. And my poor daughter, when I looked back in the back seat of whatever car it was I was driving, she was between my friend and her daughter, and she just looked so overwhelmed, while her father was in the front seat instructing me how to drive appropriately. That was real fun. It was a nightmare trip. So my mom was a super passenger, and everywhere we went, we didn't encounter any unfriendly people or anything, really. They were helpful. The truck drivers, when I had questions about certain things on the road, they were so helpful. Just your regular people were helpful. The store people, the gas station people. I didn't once feel like anybody was really driving crazy. But here today, I'll be leaving to do a few things in my community, and I will see probably a few things happening that I have not seen anywhere else I've driven. It's just amazing. And I always think, like, I should get a camera on my car. I could make my whole channel just the crazy drivers where I live. But yeah, so we're heading out. I'm armed with a banana. And my mama has her water, so she's got her snack, and we're gonna go for a little drive. And yeah, so this is the 2-year anniversary that we went on a cross-country road trip to get to my daughter real quick. And it did take 5 days, so we got there. And it seemed like things were like when anxiety that kicks in, and the worst case scenarios of everything kicks in. It was like a really difficult thing, but it's like to keep your mind straight and focus every day, and you're gonna be okay. And you're hearing like your child's health is declining, you know. It was terrible, but everything worked out fine. And you know, and we have to just hold on to that trust and faith that whatever happens, happens. A lot of the things that we worry about, I was just listening to a YouTuber I follow, and it's what he said, you know, I've heard before, like most of the things we worry about, you know, they never do come to pass. And the things that we think we can plan for everything. Did anybody see that like COVID-19 pandemic coming? I think my mom did. She had enough toilet paper at one time in her life to provide for the whole neighborhood way prior to the pandemic. It was like, you need to get rid of this toilet paper, Mom. What are you waiting for? And I made her bring her supply down to 50 rolls instead of 1,000 plus in her garage. That's a whole other, I've made a video about that. It's kind of funny because never live it down, but I don't know if she remembers. Do you remember when I made you get rid of your toilet paper? She's shaking her head yes. You really do? Okay, we're gonna go. Say bye, Mama.
Bye-bye.
I didn't put the camera on you.
Good, because I always have the same shirt on, so go on.
Well, I am recording you.
You're kidding.
No, I'm still talking. She always had, okay, let me tell you about the same shirt. She's not wearing the same shirt. I am, no. She has shirts that are all the same color. That's what you have. She has like uniform clothes that are, it's like a uniform. She has all the same colors. It's not like she's wearing the same shirt. Every day she's putting on clean pants, just like me. And I'm wearing, you've seen this shirt before, I think, you guys. This shirt says Houston. I got my Alaska shirt, and I got, what's the other state I have? Hawaii. I got it at a secondhand store, and then I got the pants I have on today I got from my aunt, her sister. You know, they're like, you know, clothing is not our thing here at the Laura Talk Softer household. Really, clothing is not, you know, something we worry about. We're covered and clean. Anyway, like, join, subscribe. Have you ever gone on a road trip? What I did find, though, is passing through most every place we went, the United States of America, we have a very beautiful country. So many states that I had a certain image of, and then going through it, just beautiful. But I think sometimes when you're living in these states or wherever you're at, and you see the problems, because I know I'm fussing where I live, that you do miss the beauty that might be around you. And I do live in a community in an area of California that's very beautiful, but then there is problems like everywhere else. Anyway, have a good day. Peace. Be kind. And like, join, subscribe. Toodles.